Hi, I'm Becky Biser, and I want to talk to you today about best practices for connecting, really moving past superficial connections. So, in our small groups, sometimes we get into kind of ruts or rhythms where we may ask the same kind of opening questions week after week. Nothing wrong with our questions, but sometimes we need to switch them up. A lot of times we'll ask, well, what's been happening in your life this week? Catch us up. What prayer requests do you have? And those are great. And sometimes people, especially when you have a new group forming, they know what to expect week after week, which can be good at first to connect. But then as we've been meeting for several weeks, it's really great to switch up our questions because we get below the surface. Otherwise, it's kind of the same thing, and we want people to think deeper. So to ask questions that make them really think gives us a little bit more of them so our connections can be deeper. So a couple of questions, different types of questions I like to ask. And there's two questions that I just asked this week with a group that turned out really pretty cool. And so the questions were, what has been your biggest blessing this week? And the counter question along with it was, what has been your greatest challenge this week? And what I found that for many that I was meeting with, their biggest blessing and their greatest challenge were actually the same thing. It's just, it was hard to sustain and it caused them a lot of energy loss, but it was also great. So it's kind of cool because this helps us to know what they value. And anytime we can get deep and understand the values of our members within our group, then that's great. We understand them. We understand what they value and what Christ has put in them. A couple of other questions that I like. What one word best describes your life this week? It really makes them think because a lot has gone on during the week, and there's a lot of different stuff happening in their life with maybe their job, with their family, and to come up with the one word that best describes them in their life is really pretty cool, and it makes them think deeper. And then another follow-up could be, well, what one word do you want to describe your life next week? And that way we know even how to pray for each other better. We can kind of help people learn to process deeper. And so if we can connect a little deeper and not be superficial, then it will help us in our connections. But of course, along with this is listening deeply. And so as leaders, when folks answer these questions, it's great to have a pen and paper to jot them down. So many times we can refer back to them within that same week's lesson, or maybe even the following week. So I hope this is helpful for you, and hey, keep connecting and keep going deep. Bye-bye.